So let's start with, this is Demetrius, this is Ryan over here. Like Sam said, there are two best Bayonetta 2 players in the office.
Yeah, they've been working on this game, so they've had a chance to spend a lot of time.
Yeah. Am I working?
It's been an absolute joy.
Yeah.
I really enjoy playing this game. I think as much as Ryan does.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're going to show us, we were hoping, we've got some cool new content. But what we also want to do, and Demetrius can start playing, is since they're the two best players, we kind of wanted to pick their brains about some good tactics, strategies, things like that. So what Demetrius is doing right here is this is a battle with Pain, a demon.
And the new armor.
Yeah, I was trying to show off a charge shot there.
Yep, and so in the first Bayonetta did not battle demons. They were her allies to some extent. She only battled angels. And in 2, she battles demons who work a little bit differently. They obviously look quite a bit different. And you can see Demetrius is using his Samus Samus costume right now.
Showing off a little too much there.
Because we have Nintendo costumes in Bayonetta 2 as well, which is super cool.
And what are you using weapon set-wise right now?
Right now, I am using a set of pistols. They all is blue, and then I just switched over to the Chernobog, which is this giant sickle you see here.
And Ryan, how do you feel about this item choice?
Do you feel we're already antagonizing them.
Demetrius knows what he's doing. He collected a lot of gold medals at San Diego Comic Con.
Well, that's
we've got some Treehouse EMTs on staff. If he chokes again to perform a tracheotomy.
So no, I think I'm actually part of the platinum member status, if you remember correctly.
Yeah, he's all right.
One of the only people to actually pass. At San Diego Comic Con.
That is true. You did not wear the hat of shame at any point.
Now I'm distracting myself.
Good. I know, right?
All right, there we go.
Okay.
I do love the design of these demons. That's one thing the devs touched on during the direct is they took a really different tack. So the demons are super organic.
Wait,
are we over here? Nice.
Pew, 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 pew.
Awesome.
That's the actual noise that you're missing that I'm just providing for you.
Many
so there we had a crazy cool organic demon.
Silver.
Oh my God.
Or angel.
I got distracted.
Demon there. I'm sorry, I'm getting it backwards.
Inorganic
angels
demons.
who are organic. The demons
angels,
that are inorganic.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to switch over to Chapter 2 with Ryan.
Then I'm going to go ahead and set up my own stuff.
And we've seen a little bit of Chapter 2
Another
prior
awesome
to
outfit.
this. But what we're showing a little bit differently is you can see the Fox McCloud costume, which we announced during the Nintendo Direct last week. And
we actually have the R-Wing sound.
He has it's actual pew-pews.
Yeah, gamers, listen at home for this one. That's the charge beam from the Star Fox 64 game.
Yes. So it's super cool.
And that area we just left is really handy if you're a new player and you want to get a feel for the combos. Because you can just practice things, and it's got that guide on the side to help you figure out what your moves are.
Yeah.
And weapon-wise, what have you got set up here right now?
So I've got 2 Love is Blues. I've got Rakshasa, the twin swords set up as well.
And one thing you'll notice, too, is that there's a particular enemy down there with the staff to the right there.
The one that's got the twirly?
Yeah, as you see that he's enraging other enemies. So you want to focus and take him out, which is what Ryan just did, so that's perfect. Otherwise, enemies become enraged. They're much harder to take down, but you do get bonus combo points from that. So
it's
that's
kind of a strategic decision. Do you want to leave him?
Yes.
Do you want to take him out first?
Yeah, so he has another one right there.
Yeah.
He's just that good at taking him out already, though.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, you wish, dude.
Almost got hit.
I thought we saw the bats there.
Oh, yeah.
That's the bat within transformation for players of Bayonetta 1 that is back. It gives you an extended frame for dodging so that you can dodge just as things hit you. Sorry, I got grazed a little bit there.
Not pure, but it's pretty good.
Not
for
pure
those
fun.
who can't really dodge, they need the bat within. Is that what you're saying, right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying
If that's the case, then I must be really terrible at dodging.
Knows how to make full use of their full arsenal.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. We can, when we get back into another battle, we'll touch on, there are kind of some core battle concepts in the Bayonetta games. One is called Witch Time, and when Ryan gets to next battle, we'll show that off. And then there's also a new kind of strategy called Umbran Climax. That's new to Bayonetta 2, and it has a kind of an interesting effect on how battles go, what you want to do strategically, whether that's torture attack or a climax, but we'll get into that.
It just makes you feel super powerful.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Just so you know, if you can't see it at home,
awesome.
The Fox costume, Love is Blue, is replaced by R-Wings, and they have small little charms of both Slippy and... I can't see right now for the other. Sorry, guys.
Someone else keep an eye out.
So Ryan's doing what's called a torture attack right now. Those are returning from the first game, though obviously you see some different ones. And what those do is they single out a specific enemy. So you can only do a torture attack on one enemy at a time. Not all enemies you're able to do torture attacks.
Super cool.
And there you just saw witch time, which is basically when you dodge at the last possible moment before an enemy attacks.
Oh, come on.
And that wasn't it. And part of it is you have to learn basically the tells of the enemies to determine exactly when you need to dodge to activate witch time. And witch time is great because it slows down time so that you can do more damage,
Correct.
etc.
So enemies telegraph their attacks. You have to look for a sudden flash, and when that happens, that's when you know a good time is to use witch time. Excuse me, to dodge.
Yeah, so look for that flash at home, and you'll see just before
You can tell
they
we need
attack.
lunch. We haven't yet. and
Yeah,
we're
we
starting
actually
to,
we've been here all morning. So, although I did eat some donuts earlier. I cheated.
I know, coffee and donuts
That sounds
all
like it was a
morning.
good idea.
They're those enraging enemies again.
I'm not sure if you can tell, but here you're actually just running up the wall here too. I love looking at the backgrounds when folks are playing this because when I'm playing it myself, sometimes I'm just so focused on the action I don't catch these little details, but it's really cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, watching other people play is fun. Ryan also has an enemy weapon in his possession that he's not using right now. But
I use it a bit, and you can see that on the left screen, that hammer with the yellow gauge, and you can see that it's depleted a bit. So you have limited uses for enemy weapons, but they're very powerful.
And there are some moves that they can't play into, so you have to be thoughtful about
Good job.
how you
Nice. Good job, Ryan. All right,
Okay.
this is a battle with a
Very serious
boss
battle.
type. And right now
Big
he's
angel.
using what's
Umbran
called Umbran
Climax.
Climax. And Umbran Climax is new to Bayonetta 2. And what it does is it basically gives your attacks a greater range and more power. And the way that you activate it is similar to torture attacks. You have to have your magic gauge filled up. Your magic gauge are those purple circles on the top left. And when you do, it's super awesome. Like you get really big attacks, and you use your Wicked Weaves to call the demons forth.
Yeah, and these are all the demons that Bayonetta has packs with, so
Yes.
you get to see a lot of really crazy
special
characters. I'm
demon.
pretty sure there's a
During
crazy one
Umbran
coming up
Climax,
here.
they're called Infernal Weaves.
Pew, pew, pew.
Nice.
Okay, so
So I feel like you have to step it up a little bit, Demetrius, on the next one if you
I
want to keep
know.
up with him. He's
yeah,
doing pretty good.
he's doing good. I got this. I got this.
Yeah.
But one thing we might want to touch upon too is the difference between using a torture attack and Umbran Climax mode. So with the addition of Umbran Climax mode, you now have the choice of choosing either or.
Oh, it's part's awesome.
And I'll wait for that.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
you
we
can
have
see.
to take a
I'm not
pause for
listening
the
to you
awesome
anymore.
move.
I always
The
thought it would be
toad
great.
here is weird.
I always thought it would be great if you're wearing the fox costume instead of the frog demon. Slippy's face came out and hit the enemy.
That would give me nightmares.
I think.
I
but
don't
that's the
know
version I
about
prefer.
that.
This is probably going to be a goal.
This is only
I
Ryan's
got grazed
wish.
twice, yeah. But you can see the combo values of platinum.
But that is
and that's
just
where it
one of
counts.
Bayonetta's infernal demons that you do summon. And that one was a particular special moment right there. But when you do activate Umbran Climax, you can see that particular one reappear again, depending on the weapon set that you choose.
Yeah.
So given that you guys have put so much time in this, is there like a favorite weapon that you got of all the sets, or is it kind of pick and choose depending on the level?
Yeah, it's pick and choose depending on the level. I like Takemikazuchi, which is the big hammer, and
because you're the only person in the office who can pronounce that properly.
I love saying it really quickly, so people have no idea what I'm talking
That's
about.
actually why we brought Ryan here.
Yeah.
So you can see that Ryan got a silver on that chapter.
Don't look.
And the reason is because even though he got platinums, pure platinums, and golds, he also missed a bunch of things in the chapter. So you could see also those, basically the dark circles. Those are hidden verses, other things that he didn't find because I told him he can't.
Yes.
we don't want to show off everything.
So it's not his fault, but basically what that means is when you're playing, it's not as simple as just like running through the main part of the stage and boom,
Battle
you're done and you
after
get
battle.
platinum.
Yeah.
You have to explore, you have to dig around to find
hidden verses.
everything.
That
there
even
is
means
to
going
find.
back to previous areas that you've gone through.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to break a barrel. Maybe you want to, break that bench. Sometimes
See if you
that's
can
what you
jump
have
over
to do
that
to
wall,
go through
that
it.
kind of thing.
So what do you want to jump into next?
We're going to show off some tag climax.
Awesome. And we haven't shown this off at
Yeah,
all
yeah.
yet, so it's going to be fun to see how it works
we
with
saw
these
it
two.
in the Nintendo Direct. I think it was like a battle or two.
But not with our guys.
Not with our guys.
Our guys is different.
They saw it with platinum.
We got this.
And so this is going to be, the platinum was pretty nice to each other. I think they had a little bit of trash talking, but my goal is to just like make them really mad at each other so they never want to talk to each other again. That's my that's my goal for this.
I already know I'm going to win, so it's okay.
So the way that tag climax works is you each play a different character, or you can play the same character with different costumes, etc. Right now, we're going to have 2 Bayonettas with different Nintendo costumes. And you pick your weapon set, and then what you do is you see this screen that you're actually probably not actually seeing right now because we are probably cut away. But there's this screen of what are called verse cards, and you find verse cards when you go through the single player. Yeah.
And there's a lot of them defined.
There are a lot of them defined, and each verse
many.
card is a different battle. And so you pick this verse card, and then you say, well, I want to bet this many halos, or I'll bet more halos. The more halos you bet, the harder the battle is.
And the higher the reward as well.
The higher the reward. And so they're going to be working together to defeat the same enemies, but they want to be better than each other at doing that. So it's kind of a cool mix between cooperative and competitive play.
What I love about the competitive.
Friendly,
totally friendly and jovial. What I love about the card system is you can totally mix up how this plays every time you play it. And you can kind of mess with the other person, too, if you're like, okay, how good are you at big boss battles as opposed to dealing with waves and waves of enemies? And you can totally change the experience. And really what you're looking at is the total after you finish all 6. So there's a lot of chances for things to go one way or the other.
Basically a 6-verse set. All right, so Demetrius is still Samus, and Ryan is Fox.
Oh, I got KO'd.
Oh, one of them is KO'd.
No. I got swiped.
So now time to maybe help
Ryan doesn't seem to care about you.
No.
What Ryan
I'm
could
dying,
do
man. I'm bleeding out.
is help Demetrius. There we go.
Dude, I sacrificed my combo points. I hope,
I hope you appreciate that, Demetrius.
help offset.
Thanks, Fred.
to pay him back, you can not kill things for a little while, and then that'll be all good.
Just let him. Well, but then he wouldn't.
We both got silvers too, but
that's his payback to Ryan.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, you got me.
Step it up, man.
Womp womp.
So have we explained the symbol and how we need to work together?
No, we should do that in the next verse. Yeah, there's a cool kind of mechanic that they have in Tag Climax that's different from single player mode.
This is a really cool feature, I believe.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's also a great way to farm halos. I mean, if you're terrible, maybe not. All
right, so are you guys wearing the same weapons that you were wearing before, or have you switched it up?
So I'm going standard vanilla, all guns. Love is blue. Nice. Demetrius, what have you got?
I am using all is blue on my hands, and then I'm using the Rakshasa on my feet. So I feel like using the swords on the feet is a really good combination with anything. Wow, we just decimated that. I don't even know who got that one.
That was beautiful.
I am getting one up today.
God. The champion of Comic-Con. This has come up.
See, this is what happens when you talk trash all the way throughout the week.
So then, since Ryan has the upper hand, I'm going to make him explain what the gauge is in the next verse.
All right, which card are we taking?
I don't know.
Is this winner picks?
Yeah,
I guess so.
All right.
We're going
he's betting a ton of halos.
All the halos. All the halos.
All the halos.
But I honestly believe, though, just to get back to your weapon question, all the weapons in this game are good. It's just a matter of finding out how to use them and what speaks to you. And I believe this game really does encourage experimenting with different ways and different properties of how weapons combine.
Yeah, I found certain ones really work better in certain stages for me. So it's taken some trial and error to find the set where it's like, okay, this works for this kind of enemy that I'm going to deal with.
I have a particular set that I used against enemies that are all around me. Then I have another particular set for just bosses. And I like to switch in between the two. That way I can, be ready for any moment's notice and change.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Kafka yet. We should. All right, what's this gauge? Somebody tell me about the gauge. I mean, I know what it is, but people at home
So the gauge in the top middle, what you're going to see here is there will be an infinity symbol, which is the character that Ryan's attacking right now. When we both attack that character, that enemy, it actually builds up our magic meter in the middle. So we both get Umbran Climax mode together.
When that meter fills up. So they have their individual magic meters, and then they have kind of the group magic meter in the middle, which isn't part of single player. So it's a neat feature.
A little neat feature that's specifically for Tag Climax. And it still encourages you to work together, but it's still competitive.
Let's see. Well, now. Gold across the board.
It's a comeback. It's a comeback.
One. Congratulations.
That was a pretty big Halo pull. So you might have seen that.
So you pick now.
Demetrius won. He took in about 32,000 halos, which is a lot of halos. If you've played the first game, you'll know kind of generally how many halos you might get from a chapter. It's definitely not 32,000. So if there's something in the store that you want that's super spendy, my recommendation is to go into Tag Climax mode, get a bunch of Halos and then go buy that. And what's great about it is
For sure.
it makes it so the tag climax mode and the single player mode kind of work together. Like you buy a move with Halos you won from tag climax, you then use that move in single player or tag climax, et cetera, et cetera.
For those that don't know, too, at home, there's a wealth of unlockable content, so you're going to want them Halos as much as possible.
Yeah.
There's tons of costumes, tons of...
wow.
Oh! There we
So
go.
brutal.
So much fun.
Both
Two-player
have
is something
almost
I've
no health.
always wanted in the
Oh,
series.
yeah, gosh, you guys. Health is looking
It's almost there. I'm just going
Is
to keep
that it?
attacking because that's my thing.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice. Okay. What do you think?
I got the...
Oh!
You should say it far enough in advance so that
I know.
you're not interrupted with being wrong.
Ouch. All right, we're on verse 5 of the 6-verse set.
Oh, man, I got to start pulling my weight in
We
here.
haven't seen any
Focus,
boss
focus.
battles.
Oh, yeah, let's get something big
Yeah.
and stompy in here.
Yeah, let's do... So Belief is an enemy that people have seen before if they've played the Bayonetta demo. He's somebody we showed in the first gameplay demo of Bayonetta, and now he's back. And he's going to be really hard because we set it to 2 stars and bet all the Halos we have. So
Oh, gosh.
And belief means that I'm going to win. That's what it
Oh,
means.
Demetrius, when all this is
really
over, you're the only friend that I have to play this with. So
Oh, as I get... Oh, he died!
Oh.
I'll save
Oh,
you,
no,
dude.
no, 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 no. Get
I'm
him.
here.
Get him. Oh.
Get out.
I'm
Tentacles
not
are
giving you a
always
lot
in
of
the way.
time for this. Oh, there you go.
It is a
Nice.
problem with tentacles.
Always being in the way.
So that's one thing we should talk about, too, is when
So
you increase
convenient.
your Halo bet, the game really does get hard. I mean, hard. Challenging, actually, is probably a more appropriate word.
You can't play this game. It's so hard.
I don't want to let people know at home, like, no, I'm never going to play on 2 Halos. No, that's
Yeah.
the fun part about it all.
And it is, oh.
Demetrius, help.
Oh.
Oh, no. What am I going to do?
Demetrius doesn't care. There we go.
Nope, I'm
Oh,
going to have
so
to
close.
help offset
Oh,
there.
nice.
Oh, did you
check
catch that
that
dog
out.
offset reference? People who've seen the Nintendo Direct?
There, we
Right.
got
Good
this.
job, guys. Come on.
Right. He's only like half dead right now.
Yeah, we got this. We're going all in on the tag climax.
And
here.
unlike Hero Warriors, the enemies really do die in this game because they explode into fountains of blood. So
Oh,
They don't, like,
I
explode and then
dodged
not
it.
quite going to the
Reform
farm.
into the farm. No?
They, they are reincarnated
Thank
on the
you,
farm.
good sir.
You know, we may find friendship out of this.
Love conquers all.
come on, guys.
Okay.
I love seeing the demons pop out. They just look so cool.
Oh, dodge.
Oh.
Okay. you
I'm
almost
just going
have
to start making
this.
my own comments.
Yeah, I know,
on this.
Oh no, they've got me again, Demetrius. What
One
am I
thing that's
gonna
really
do?
handy if you're learning how to play this game for the first time and you haven't played Bayonetta,
Okay.
learning the timing is so key, especially
steal
for
those
dodging.
halos.
Super important.
Once you get that done, it's
Oh.
so
I
much
don't
easier.
even care who won.
No,
I found
the
someone.
real value is in the
See,
fight.
that's how real heroes talk.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right, getting robbed.
So you get to
I
pick
even-
again.
I even helped you twice, man.
All right. See another tough battle.
You feeling some accolades?
Yeah.
How many halos you going in?
I only know how to go to max.
All the Halos. No,
I don't know what it
It would be
means
just
unless it's
wrong.
maximum.
It would be just
you
wrong.
can bet less than the max amount of Halos?
Nope.
No. you
No,
can't.
there's just all. That's the button.
Yeah.
All.
Treehouse rules. All halos.
So,
All the Halos.
you know, we brought in the best players
Nice.
from Treehouse, but I don't want to discourage. I don't think any of us would want to discourage people
No.
who have not gotten into action games from playing Bayonetta, because there are different difficulty modes to start out on, and so it's not a matter of like, oh, I have to be as good as these guys to play this game. When I first,
I
oh
dodged.
gosh, when I first
Oh.
started. Get to start back over on verse 6. You start over on verse 1, which means that you actually don't get to keep any of the Halos you've bet and won
Oh,
from
yeah.
that last
Easy come,
set.
easy go.
The ride never ends.
So you're
We meant to do
basically
that,
at the
so
beginning.
We can just talk about
Well,
that.
actually,
Yeah,
the
that's what
advantage is
Yeah.
we can show some different ones now. We can
Yeah,
try
can we
something
see
else out.
maybe like a
happened. Mass Lumen?
yeah,
Yeah, let's
another
do
boss
it.
battle or
Cool.
something?
Are you guys going to hit some
go
different
a little
weapons, or are you
bit-
going to stick with what you had?
A little bit, not Mass Lumen.
A little bit easier on that. Do you want to try different weapons?
Oh yeah, let's switch
Let's
weapons.
see something new.
Let's do some different stuff. So,
Okay.
So you're saying
Back
not
out.
Max Halos this time.
Not Max
No?
Halos this time.
Okay.
I've been found out.
So the Treehouse rules have been modified.
That's
It's okay.
You're the one who said Treehouse rules.
No, you did. Oh, did I? No, I did.
You
I'm
absolutely
sorry.
did.
Yeah.
Rewind
I
the tape.
redact my statement.
all right, what are we gonna see? Oh, I
I will
think
use Kafka.
you know. Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna. One of you should explain the moon accessory, and one of you should explain the star accessory.
So I'll
that,
explain the Moon of Mahakala.
Okay.
For people who played Wonderful 101, for people who played Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 1, Moon of Mahakala is back. For people who play Wonderful 101, this is the hero counter. Essentially, when an enemy attacks you, you press forward at the right time, and you deflect it, you parry it. If your timing is absolutely perfect, you parry it, you do an attack, and you activate Witch Time. Very useful.
Throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
Entire game. So the star, and I'm probably going to butcher this.
How do you say this,
Donetta?
Ryan?
He doesn't.
I mean, this is,
Oh, you don't know?
Oh,
there's an
hey.
accent mark over the
This
E.
is the first.
This is not Japanese.
So-
This is the first one that Ryan hasn't been able to
So
just like
taunting-
no.
Taunting, like
right
I
on
said before,
the top
you
of his
can
head.
taunt enemies, and not only does that enrage them, you can use that to your advantage. But using this item equipped, or this accessory equipped, it actually lets you heal a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you knock an enemy down, you can take a second to taunt them, enrage it, and heal yourself back.
Right.
Something I probably should be doing.
But it's
actually,
kind of a
We
for
can show it off now.
Yeah.
It's all good.
it's
insult to injury.
I think
Think so?
hey stream yeah it's a good item for skilled players because taunting, it's not just like I do a pretty dance and I gain health. You know, you like Demetrius said, you enrage the enemy, so that's kind of a give and take.
You just better be
All right,
prepared.
so
if you
are we
start
going to try
Yes.
that one
popping
again, or
off
are we
on
going to
your
try
enemies.
something else?
Yes.
What do
Yeah,
you
what are we
think?
gonna see?
What do you think, warming up? Or do you want to go straight into Master
Do you need a
Lumen?
warm up?
No, no warm up. We go for it.
Lumen.
Okay.
Lumen. Lumen.
You can also do pain. We've seen pain.
Oh, pain's not a bad idea.
Maybe start with pain and then do Lumen?
Pain is down. Over.
Mask
Where are you all
Lumen's right
going?
there.
You're
It's
going,
the red
you're going
card.
everywhere
Go
but
up one
where
row,
pain
right
is.
there.
There.
He's right there.
Nope.
There we go.
Nope, that's not. Yep,
That's
yep,
pain.
that is.
Excellent.
I'm tripping.
Give better directions.
I'm tripping, guys. Tripping
thought he
balls
was-
on
Donuts are
Bayonetta.
catching up with you.
It's so good, that's why.
Okay, tell us about your weapons.
So I'll start off first. I am using the bow here, the Kafka. So it's a great thing to shoot from far away,
what do you
or
mean?
getting close too. But it also poisons your enemies, so it's a great idea. One of the great things too is if you spin the left stick here and then fire, you can fire a bunch of arrows in rapid succession, and it causes a lot of damage. And on my feet, I'm using the Undine, which shoots flame, or if I spin the stick, I can shoot ice instead.
Nice.
It's a very good weapon to take on a multiple amount of enemies.
And Ryan, what have you got going on?
I'm just using the Rakshasa. I like to keep it really simple. For players at home, I like to teach. So this is what you'll be
noble.
looking at in the first couple of levels. So just like watch and try to pick up some tips. I don't have
Just
to
watch me.
I don't have to tell you like what's
So
going
good.
on.
Thanks, Ryan.
Oh, nice,
Got a good
guys.
Armored Climax there.
Oh, we're going to go in on this, right?
And you're going to have dual Armored Climax in a second.
Yes.
There we go. Oh, it feels so good.
I really do
It
love the design of these
does.
enemies. I'm kind of hoping
So
there's
the
like
Kafka's
a toy or a
really,
statue line for
really
these guys.
good
I would like to
when
have
you
some
an
little demons on my
upper
desk. That'd be
climax
awesome.
activated. Does a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah. Have we pointed out? I know Ryan talked about his Fox costume a little bit with the R-Wings, but we haven't really talked about the Samus costume. We should
Yeah,
show
check
some of the
this
other
out.
costumes, too.
Double jump. Oh, so awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
I had to do my
And
sexy
morph
grunt voice at
ball
least
roll.
once.
So are we going to switch the costumes up now? What do you think?
We'll probably have to wait until the next first set. That's okay.
Oh, yeah, we do. We do.
It's okay.
No worries.
Hey, but hey,
Alright.
this is still cool.
What are we going to see?
Now
We're
we're
gonna
going to
do
Mass
Lumen now?
Lumen. Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. Who is the Masked Lumen?
I don't think we're allowed
Inquiring
to
minds
say.
want to know.
I think it's Ridley.
Don't know.
It's really.
It's oh.
I think it's Pink Gold Ridley, guys. Where's Baby Rosalina?
What if it really is? You don't know. You haven't played the game yet. You have no idea. It really could
really
be.
You guys,
like that
you guys are
idea.
going to have to stay tuned. This
The
comes out
ultimate
October
villain is a
24th.
baby.
Yeah.
You'll find out then.
If it's Baby Rosalina or not.
The days of
It's
our
going to be great when
lives.
this comes out. People have a chance to either replay the original Bayonetta if they played it before and it's been a while, or play it for the first time, which, if you haven't played it, I would highly recommend it. It's
Yeah.
a blast.
Yeah, it's
and
awesome.
it's nice to get an intro to the characters and the things you're going to see
She has a
in the new
different
game, or
haircut.
just jump into the new game. It's awesome.
All right.
It looks so vicious.
So I know we've maybe talked about it before, but this Masked Luna guy is pretty interesting because he seems to have a lot of the same types of attacks as Bayonetta does. And I know Ryan has a good kind of
Yeah.
school metaphor for this.
So this was it school metaphor?
Yeah, it was it was like a test. A
Yeah, this
teacher.
is a lot like. So I always talk about like Wonderful 101. I talk about other like the other Bayonetta game, Bayonetta 1. But if you've played those games, this is like the Jean fights.
job, man.
This
So
is
proud
like
of
the
him.
Vorkin fight, where basically they're testing you to see how well you can use your skills throughout the course of the game. So this is the first conflict with the Lumen Sage, and he's testing you how well can you use your bread and butter. So for me, it's Rakshasa and the pistols,
Literally.
and the answer was the grade was pure platinum.
So you passed the test.
Exactly.
Pretty good.
Demetrius,
Yeah.
what did you get? Gold?
Pure gold.
Pure gold. Pure gold.
Solid gold.
The finest of
solid
the
gold. All right. What else are we going to see?
Where can we go from here?
I mean, there's other bosses.
Let's do something where it's
You haven't
more
done any of the
enemies
flying
and
weapons. There's
That
like
sounds good.
cachet, compassion.
We could do those.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it, Ryan?
I'm not the speech coach on
Well,
this. So
That's
do you
what we
want
brought you here
to do you
for.
want to do?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Go for it.
you got to make more decisions in life.
We're getting some heckling from the back row. Clearly, we need to step
I
up
heard
the
that,
golds.
Pranger.
All right.
Demetrius, I'm so happy that we get to do this
Oh,
together.
there are two. of
I
these.
actually am
Okay.
too. I'm enjoying myself here.
So you might notice that
We need to work
wait,
together
these-
on this
these
one
look like
for
both
sure. 'Cause
ice.
this is really difficult one.
No, the only reason I did so well last time is because you were there to help me. You took all the hits and you.
Did a good job of distracting the opponents.
Bro,
What
man.
are we for, man?
Actually, I'm
I'll
doing
see
too
you on
much
that
trash
mouth,
talking
man. I'll
because
see
you
you
can
on
see
that
that I'm about to die right here.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Group climax.
Oh.
Group climax. That's what that is.
Stop.
This is a rated M game. I can say what I want.
Oh, nice.
These are tough on
This is
all the
This
halos.
one's really hard. I've only completed this one once.
Well, having the two there is just.
Oh, I finally got hit.
Yeah. Anytime,
come
what's really interesting about Tag Climax is, so we were explaining that the verse cards, each one represents a different kind of battle, and it usually is labeled by an enemy. But it's typically not just one
Ryan,
of
you're
those
so close to
enemies, it's
dead.
multiple enemies, sometimes a little bit different kinds of enemies thrown in. So it's not as simple as like defeat this one boss or this one enemy. Sometimes it is just one boss, but you can see here they're fighting two. So there's a lot of challenge, especially when you put it on the higher Halo bet.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice. Good job.
It's also, I think, it's challenging, so it's a lot of fun for really skilled players to do, but it's also a good opportunity to learn and to practice. Because you've got the kind of tutorial mode or the practice mode that you can do between chapters and things like that. But this is also a good place where if
Nice.
you like get a new weapon or you buy a new move and you want to try it out on different kinds of enemies, this is a great way to do it.
It's a good way to test out, new techniques. and
Especially
stuff.
because you basically get to pick the enemy that you're facing.
Both
Not
got
bad.
gold.
Oh.
That's all right.
That one's a tougher one, though.
Oh, what's the score?
I
Have you
hit
been keeping
once.
track?
Can I leave?
I know.
You're done. Just
He's
Oh
done.
my goodness.
Out.
Whatever.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
I didn't hold up this time.
All right.
So
what
did you
else
talk
we gonna
about the
see?
weapon that Demetrius had on his legs there?
The
For that one,
indeed?
the feet weapons? Yeah, I don't remember if we were
I
talking
feel like
about
we
those.
Yeah.
cut you off. Did we?
No.
okay.
Okay, well, I could easily explain that again. So the Undine is a great weapon for like an AoE for multiple enemies. That's why it's kind of tough when you're taking on one guy. But they can freeze or ignite someone. And the difference is the fire causes raw damage, I guess you would say. And then ice, you can freeze a small opponent and pick them up and throw them into other opponents. So if you really want to get
Nice.
stylish, that's one of the
I
weapons
mean, you
to go
do
with.
because it's Bayonetta.
Of course. So
If
absolutely.
You can't do anything unless it's stylish. It's against the
It wouldn't
rules.
be Bayonetta otherwise.
I do feel bad that we didn't remember to bring a way to track their wins.
I know,
We
we
need
should
some
have.
kind of.
We failed you,
chart
Stream. We
or
should have had like
something.
a whiteboard. I mean, we have a
Hopefully
whiteboard
they're
right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We
There's
we
blatantly-
clearly
yeah.
just
But
weren't
the chairs
thinking.
are so comfy.
So this is where
Guys, the
my
back
weapons will be a little bit easier
Oh, I
to
love the
flash off
stage.
with.
Flying through the city looks
I just
so cool.
do you see what's happening on screen? It's just like
It's pretty nuts.
do you see? Because there's a lot of things going on, and it's really. I mean, they're clearly using Umbran Climax.
Nice, good job, man.
Umbran Climax is a super fun move. Oh. A super fun move.
It's okay.
You know, it's the
Next
one where you
time.
get
It's all
the
good.
greater
Take
range,
advantage,
man.
greater
Not
attack power. But it's also just really cool to do. But as I mentioned in the Nintendo Direct, they made it so it doesn't really feel too overpowered. You use it and you kick a whole lot of ass, but you also don't defeat enemies
not an
automatically.
insta-kill.
It's not an automatic win button. It just feels awesome.
Definitely.
And it does a lot of damage and can be used strategically in a lot of cool ways.
Yeah. I do like the fact that you sometimes have to sit on it and wait for a little bit because you want to have the right moment to use those kind of moves where it's really going to pay off for you. And sometimes it's a
Especially
matter
if
of
you
keeping
want
in
to
your
go
back pocket
looking
for a
for
while.
particular items as well. So you want to start breaking objects around in the environment because as they can award you with more magic gauge,
Yeah.
well, increase your magic gauge, I should say. Looking for those butterflies.
Nice.
How much do you want to bet that people on the stream are like, she said a swear?
Ugh. They probably love you for it.
I don't know.
Wait, did I miss something?
It's all good.
All right.
They loved you
Nice.
for butt clencher.
Butt clencher?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, butt crunching is trending.
Butt crunching?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't
Butt
say butt
clencher, not
crunching.
butt
I said
Absolutely
butt
did.
Wait, you
clenching.
have
Rewind
now,
the tape.
Butt crunching.
Now it's trending.
The new
Now
one
it's
is butt
trending.
crunching.
Maybe that's more Bayonetta.
What would butt
Butt
crunching
crunching
be?
confirmed in Captain Toad.
Somebody figure out what butt crunching would be.
I think if we leave here and go check,
Right.
we'll find something.
I mean, if anything,
Dictionary.
Bayonetta is a butt crunching game.
Butt crunching?
Yeah.
I'm not totally sure what that is, though.
It's whatever you want it to be.
It's
all in the
figure it out,
imagination.
Internet.
What's your butt crunching headcanon?
I'll have
no,
to
no,
write
no.
the fic and I'll
Demetrius.
send it to you.
You have to save him.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I got
Thanks, Demetrius.
Yeah.
That was
but-
pretty close.
Yeah, you
butt
gotta
crunching
avoid that
moment.
giant cannon there, right?
Would you call that a headcanon?
Oh.
The head cannon.
Yes.
There we
The
go.
head cannon. That is
I
actually a
suppose.
head cannon.
Head cannon.
Although he doesn't really have a head, just looks
No,
like
he
he's
does.
decapitated.
He does. Look
he?
in his body. Yeah, there's a head there.
There's a head hiding in there.
It's just
Yeah,
not
there's
where you'd
generally always
expect
a
it.
face
They're
hidden on
very
the angels
grotesque.
somewhere.
The enemy design in these games is
Nice job,
So cool.
Demetrius.
Boom!
I got no
I think
love
that
today.
Ryan
The
rigged
game is
the
broken
game.
today. The game is totally
you sure
broken.
you didn't
You
use
know
any
what?
debug
That's
magic
okay.
on this?
okay.
No,
I can't talk
nothing?
about that.
No.
All right,
No.
we have one
Okay.
more verse.
All right, I think we
Make it
got.
count.
You pick one, Demetrius.
I can't. You keep
I know,
winning.
but just.
Well, actually,
what
you were
would
talking
wanna
about
do-
being able to freeze enemies and throw them, which sounds like something we should show folks. So why don't we find one with a lot of enemies?
Okay, just
That
go
way
to
we
the
can
first
maybe try that out.
then.
This one? Do you want to do? Do you want to do
Do you want
Gamora?
to do Gamora?
You can't freeze Gamora.
That's this big dragon.
He still looks cool though.
elephant thing.
He does look
Yeah.
cool. All right, guys.
Let's do it.
Last,
I've seen Gamora a
last
million
choice.
times.
No?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Well, how about we do
He makes like the elephant noise.
this?
Besides, we want to complete this one.
Not an
If we have
elephant.
time after this one, we can maybe check him out too.
So
Yeah.
Gamora is it?
No, do the
No.
first one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll save
He loves
Gamora
Gamora a
for
whole
if
bunch.
we have time at the end.
Okay, cool.
Because we're getting close, but I think we can.
Gamora has
last
all the
chance
love.
to see who's going to stand up here.
Just because there's confusion, I should say this. This game comes out October 24th and does include Bayonetta 1.
Yes.
Another excellent game.
Yes.
Details about, I know, like Ryan said, there's been a little bit of confusion. So if you have questions about the details, we've got some answers on like the site, our official site. Pretty straightforward. Basically, I don't know. You can check it out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into
I'm
details.
sorry, the confusion's on my part because I'm
It's
trying to keep
Sam's
too many
fault.
deadlines in my head, and it's
Well, we tried.
there's only so much
Utterly
space.
That was
annihilated
awesome, you
one.
guys. Ryan still
Sleep with
But
one
yes.
eye open tonight.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. This is awesome. And I think we've got something else coming up here pretty soon, so we probably have to do a little bit of changing. Yeah? Are we all set
I
to move
wonder
on?
what
Okay, so we've got,
it is.
yes, okay, Audrey's here.